Alright, here are my thoughts on Barcelona 1, Celta Vigo nil. We started out really, really good and finished really, really bad. This was the perfect example of a game like what Inter had. Not really the perfect example. It wasn't 100% what Inter did versus us, but I still think that it was just a little bit of a. It resembled that sort of game. I think Celta Vigo did really well, and they were quite unlucky not to come out with a goal. But in fairness, we should have had a penalty 40 minutes in. If InShot will allow it, here is my reaction to that penalty not being given. Rafinha. Oh! Rafinha! Rafinha! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. 6 times! 6 times! That's another penalty we've not been given! Oh my gosh. You cannot make this up! You cannot make this up! You cannot make this up, man! That's the 6th penalty we've not been given this season! Are you on the crazy, ref? Are you on the crazy? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a pen. That's a pen. If that's Real Madrid, that's a pen. Oh, nah. No way. This isn't even being checked by VAR. This is Real Madrid. That's a pen. Yeah, stare him down, Rafinha. Oh my days. Are you kidding? That's another penalty we've not been given. You cannot make this up, I swear. Yeah. I am pretty tired of penalties just not being given, because they should be given. We haven't had a penalty this season. Anyway, I ranted a lot about penalties in the Inter game, so I'm not going to rant too much about them here. Yeah, Celta had all the chances in the second half, and we looked really sloppy. We shouldn't have been so cute at the back. That was one of our weak points. We were just dilly-dallying in our own final third, which we can't do. And on numerous occasions, we gave the ball away, allowed them to get their chance to score. And they almost did. They had some really good chances on many occasions in that second half, and even one or two in the first half. And so I don't have very much confidence in this team going into those 2 big games in a row versus Inter and Real Madrid, then a couple games break, then the Bayern game. We need a win in all 3 of those games. A win versus Bayern, if we win versus Inter, isn't crucial, but we really, really need the win versus Inter and Real Madrid in order to keep our hopes winning those 2, winning the Champions League or La Liga alive. And without Koundé, without Araujo, without Bellerin, and without Christensen, that's going to be a very, very tall task for us. And the way we've been playing, when we have possession, we aren't putting the ball into the final third to save our lives. But when we don't have possession, we are letting them get into the final third. They are getting it into the final third. They're very unlucky not to score it. So it's just been a bad game. It was a really bad game for Barca, I think. Really frustrating. So yeah, I don't really know what to say about the game other than that. I mean, I'll go into some of the players. Ter Stegen, he was magnificent. I mean, he was great. He was our single savior that helped us win that game, and it was a highway robbery that he didn't get that man of the match. Pedri as well. He scored our only goal. You may think that's the only reason I'm putting him in there, but he was our main man in build-up play, and we couldn't string anything together, as I predicted when we took him off. For Frankie de Jong, who was pretty much a ghost out there. I didn't even notice that he was on. If I'm honest, you couldn't interchange. You could interchange Ansu Fati and Ferran Torres in that game, which really pains me to say, as I've been on Ansu Fati's side since game one, and I really want Ferran Torres to be sold, but that was the harsh truth in that game. Lewandowski, he had a few chances, couldn't finish them off. We couldn't get anything into him. He's now gone scoreless for 2 games. I'm starting to get a little worried about him. And Bob's getting even more worried about him. But yeah, our attack was terrible in that game. If we had Messi back and he played the full 90 minutes instead of Dembele and Rafinha, he would have created so many chances. This was the sort of game where we needed the Lionel Messi figure, and that's why I think that if he returns for next season, it's gonna be so important, so crucial to the club, even though it'll be 36. Because he's Lionel Messi, he's that guy. He won't have the speed anymore, but he's gonna still have a lot of the abilities. Him coming back is absolutely critical to the club. I would pay 25-30 mil to have him back in January. Even though that may be a little too late if we can't string anything together this month. I think that I would pay that to see him back at Barca in January. But Celta, going back to Celta, they were great. Iago Aspas had a chance in the last 10 minutes where he really should have scored. Ter Stegen made a great save. In the first half was immaculate. We should have had that penalty on 40 minutes. And that would have made me a lot more comfortable and would have kept my blood pressure at a reasonable rate going into that second half with Celta's multitude of chances. But we just couldn't find it. And we're lucky to come away from the game with a 1-0 win. I'm not feeling great coming out of this game, as I say. I'm not feeling super confident going into the games against Inter and Real Madrid, Bayern in a couple weeks, all of which are must-wins, as I say. Every game at this point is a must-win. And as long as the referees do their job correctly, we're gonna have a chance, but I am still very worried. I really hope that we can get Koundé back at least for the Bayern game. It might be too late at that point, but really just to keep our season alive, we need to win those games versus Inter and Real Madrid, and I'm gonna be very anxious to see what happens in those games. But for now, I'm Jim James, and until next time.